Today we are going to discuss about the topic of low back pain, or otherwise known as Katigraha in Ayurveda. So when we talk about Katigraha, we need to know why this Katigraha or low back pain occurs. Basically, there are so many factors. Let us start from the way a person actually has his lifestyle. So when we say lifestyle, there are a lot of other things like dietary habits, like overeating and all that. So when overeating happens, the fat increases on the low back areas, especially the belly and the low back region, where it can cause pressure. So this is just a starting thing, but there are so many other factors which can cause Katigraha. There are like chronic problems, bone related problems, or arthritis related problems. And when we say arthritis, there are so many factors like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis, or in other words, these are also factors. So other than that, recent or a chronic injury can also cause this kind of low back pains. Overweight, as I said earlier, eating habits and also cause overweight, and that actually can cause pressure on the low back region, and that actually can prove to be factor for low back pain or Katigraha. And there are so many other factors as well, but I'm just giving short introduction regarding that. But when we say low back pain or Katigraha, as I said, this can actually cause pain in the low back, and actually it can cause other problems like sciatica and all that. So when we say that, so we need to have a proper management in that. So diet actually is a very important way of actually elevating or at least mitigating the to a large extent of the Katigraha. So what kind of diet can we recommend or follow? So when I say diet, there can be like fiber rich diet and less fatty and oily diet. So actually why? Because it can be easily digestible, and it can actually improve the less production of fat, and actually improve the pressure, reduce the pressure on the low back region. And also we should try to avoid dry and cold kind of foods. And also we can say certain foods which can increase the muscle strength. So muscle strengthening is very important, because actually when you say the low back region, it needs a lot of support, because the spinal area is very much in separate area where it needs a lot of support, including ligaments, tendons, along with the muscles. So muscle and tendons support is very much necessary. So we need to recommend or follow a diet which can improve the or strengthen the muscle kind of toning. So let us say raisins and dry grapes can also improve that, and also green gram sprouts actually improve that. Green gram sprouts and all those kind of sprouts are very much helpful in improving the muscle strengthening. And also when we say milk and milk products, of course that is okay, but I would suggest that cow's milk is the best, and also toned milk, I mean like fat free milk, is also very much helpful in improving the muscles strengthening. And also like let us say certain other, even in non-veg also, non-vegetarian food also, we can say that goats meat is also very good. But as far as vegetarians are concerned, I would say milk extent is very good, and also almond milk and soya milk very helpful. And I would say to avoid maida and all those kind of fat increasing foods, and also oily foods, like especially in India we tend to give a lot of fatty and oily foods like puri, chole bhatura and all that. So we should avoid such kind of oily, and also oily sweets we can take, but oily sweets should be avoided. When we say, try to say that gluten free foods also, like so less of wheat, and also we can increase with millets, bajra, jowar, ragi, and these are all kind of muscle improvement kind of muscle toning kind of diet, which we can add in our day-to-day food habits. I would suggest drink lots of warm water, boiled and lukewarm water. Jeera can also be added in the boiling that. Those kind of medicated waters can also actually, you can add gochura in that, punarnava in that. So these kind of medicated water actually improves the blood circulation, as well as elevating the fat in the particular areas. So these kind of food and water are also very much important. So I think a proper and balanced diet is very important in improving the or elevating the Katigraha in such cases. Thank you.
Namaskar. Today we are going to talk about Ayurveda management of low back pain or Katishula. The general principle of treatment of Vata dosha are adopted in case of Katishula or low back pain are first is external therapies. In external therapies, first is Snehan, that is oleation. Oleation is done by snehadhara, that is pouring of oil over the affected low back part or the body. And abhyangam is the oil massage with medicated oil which is done on the affected part or over the whole body. Next is avgaham. Avgaham is a tub bath which is done with the various medicated oil or herbs. Next is katibasti. Katibasti is a process in which oil is retained on the low back with various medicated oils like Murivinna, Kotam Chukadi, Dhanvantram, Mahanarayan, Telam, etc. By its local action, it increases the circulation and relieves the pain and the numbness. The other external therapies include Swedana, that is sedation. Sedation is done by various treatments like Pedichil. Pedichil is also known as Kaya Seka. In Pedichil, various medicated oils are poured over the body, and Nadi Swedan. Nadi Swedan or Vashpa Swedan is a kind of treatment in which sedation is done with the help of water or various medicated herbs. Next is Patrapind Swedan or Elakidi. In Patrapind Swedan, various medicated leaves of medicinal plants are used which are having anti-inflammatory or analgesic properties. Other one is Jambira Pinda Swedan or Naranga Kedi. In Jambira Pinda Swedan, Jambiri Nimbu or citrus lemon is used to make a potli, and sedation or Swedan should be done by the Jambira Pinda Swedan. Other one is Churnapind Swedan. In Churnapind Swedan or Podi Kidi, Kolkulathadi Churan, Pottam Kuchukadi Churan, Ilam Nishadi Churan or Jatamayadi Churan are used. These churnas help in pacifying the Vata dosha and pacifying the pain which is associated with the Vata dosha. It reduces the swelling also. Next is Shashtishali Pind Swedan or Navrakidi. It is also a nourishing kind of treatment which nourishes the tissues, bones, muscles and ligaments of the back. Now, internal therapies. Internal therapies include Mridu Shanshodhan, that is mild purgation or virechan, with various medicated oils or herbs like Erandadi Telam. It is having Vata Anulomna properties and Mridu virechan. So, virechan not only pacify the Pitta dosha but also the Vata dosha associated with the Pitta dosha. So, it is very beneficial in low back pain or Katishura. Next is Shanshodhan through Basti. Basti is a medicated enema. Kashaya Basti like Eran Muladi Basti, Veteran Basti are very beneficial in low back pain or Katishula. In Matra Basti, it also reduces the pain or swelling. In Matra Basti, Sehacharadi Telam or Nivasan Telam are used to pacify the Vata dosha. These all treatment helps in pacifying the Vata dosha because the Katishula is also aggravated only because of the Vata dosha. Next is Shaman Chikitsa. After Shanshodhan Chikitsa, we do the Shaman Chikitsa. In Shaman Chikitsa, various Vata pacifying drugs are used. The single drugs which are used in the low back pain or Katishula are: first is Rasona. Rasona is Alivum sativum. Aranda, that is Ricinus communis. Rasna, that is Pruchia lancellata. Shunthi, that is Zanzibar officinale. Bala, that is Sida cordifolia. Ajmoda, that is Tachyspasmum amai. Haritki, that is Terminalia cebula. Nirgundi, that is Vitex nigundo. Various Ayurvedic formulations which are used in for Vata pacifying are Dashmul Kashayam, Rasna Saptakam Kashayam, Lakshadi Gublu, Yograj Gublu, Gandha Telam, Secharadi Telam, Dharmantram Telam, Mahanarayan Telam or Mahamasham Telam. These all medicines are used to pacify the Vata and used in various treatments of Katishula. After that, Rasayan Chikitsa is also important. Because of its antioxidant property, it inhibits the anti-inflammatory mediators and cytokines.